Yo, that'd be that thing, bro. That'd be that thing, bro. That'd be that ass. um. All right. So, yo, ho! What's going on, boys? This is Grim Reaper bringing you One Punch Man. Please let me know if like the visuals or anything like that are going crazy. I'm not sure what's really going on with Discord today. Like, if you see like my hand or like my face glitching or something like that, let me know. We'll switch from cams to just audio, cause we've been having issues all morning, and I'm not sure if I gotta update the app or what's going on there. But like the video, subscribe. We were just talking about like how long we've been doing this, and what we would do at a certain time period. But 186 and 187. We also got a 187.5 release. Um, this is, I guess, detailing some additional panels in reference to what's been going on. Um, well, no, I don't even know what this is actually about. I haven't seen it. Okay. So I see the first panel here. So let's do that, Keishan. Let's go through every single panel. I'll go first, and then you go, and then we'll go move on to the next panel. Um, so is that a reference? I know we've seen it before. Murata, like,
Where exactly can I find this?
I can drop the link. I'm looking at the cover right now. Do you have the link?
I've seen the cover for that one.
Do you have the link? All right, checking for the people. If you guys want to get the link in for the people, um, click the link in the description for the Discord. It'll be in there as well. All right. Um. All right. So wait, we'll continue in that same path. So okay, that's badass. A callback to I guess is this like the cover art for the volume coming out? Okay. So right now, so the volume is in volume 28, it's mm, okay. Okay. That oh my god. That color looks but you blast and shit, bro. Blast with the cube, bro. My boy. Woo!
I barely even saw it.
And then I don't like this whole Child Emperor Zombie Man thing, bro. Come on, bro. At least, the zombie isn't sitting there looking back down at him. Like, jeez,
How tall is he? Goddamn.
man.
I guess so. I thought they were about the same thing.
Now moving on to the next one, which is gonna be, I guess, the front. No, this is gonna be the back. I'm not sure, but this is like the full cover. You got tank top holding something up. Looks like a bridge, maybe. On the back of the bicycle, on the back of Moon Rider's bicycle, with Saitama, I guess, pushing it along. And then on the other side, you have the. No, this didn't happen. I wish it happened. No, it did happen. No, no, no. But they, yeah, but they didn't jump up too. The banging bomb didn't jump up too. Yeah. Kishin.
I mean, I'm liking it. Showing, teamwork. At least in the first side. The whole dark shine thing. Why is he in the background as if he's big and imposing? He's not.
I mean,
Those days are dead.
we gotta respect this. Keep his respect, bro. Relax, boys. All right.
As the guy who will tear him down anytime he is ever mentioned.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Massive,
Doing
like,
the real
it's like
work.
Murat's a master of
All right. So on to the next one. Q City. Nothing strange today either. This city has the lowest cumulative casualty count from monster disasters. Still, but damn. Nowadays, it is said to be the safest city. The reason is Watchdog Man, who operates from Watchdog Plaza, located at the center of Q City. Damn, my boy. What do you guys think about that?
You keep.
Oh, just keep going? Okay, okay, just keep going, keep going. Okay, okay, okay. Yawn. Sleepy. Bonus olfaction. What the fuck that mean, man? What the fuck?
It's smell.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why does this nigga look like Saitama, man? Okay, he sees a monster. Top of the next one. Whether invasions come from the sky or invasions from underground. Oh, that bitch looks strong. Shit underground and shit too, bro? Nigga. He immediately smells the presence of monsters and rushes to the scene in just a few minutes at blinding speed, said to be 250 kilometers per hour. Damn, bro, he big fast, man. There have been many cases where Watchdog Man arrived at a reported location dozens of kilometers away from him, faster than the neighborhood's patrol officers. Damn, bro. Big fast, all right. That day, estimated disaster level demon animals launched a surprise attack on the city center. 41 seconds since appearance confirmed. What? Oh, they really emphasizing this nigga's speed, huh? Okay, Flashy. Them things, bitch. Yo, I told y'all, this is the same association girl, bro. She's always been here. Big titty girl. The cute blonde one. There's another one, too. I think she has, like, black hair. Bro, she was wearing Bro, the association women. Oh, my God.
But this is what he has the most reaction to.
Oh, it's just like... It's great, man. It's great. It was killed before we sounded the alarm. Watchdog Man took care of it all. We couldn't even ascertain the disaster level. Retract the call for aid from HQ and call a cleanup squad. Damn, man. Unknown disaster levels because he too fast. Flashy could never. Top of the next one. Nothing weird today, either in Q City that Watchdog Man protects. That was a weird... Wasn't that a weird way to phrase that sentence? Nothing weird today, either in Q City that Watchdog Man protects.
That's like go back to when you first meet when they go to like he's like because like to him it's like nothing weird because he just gets rid of it. It's like there's like a chapter between.
Oh, okay, I feel it.
Oh, it might be because he has such a response time that people's lives are so minimalistically.
There should be a the. Nothing weird either today. Nothing weird today either in the Q City that Watchdog Man protects. There should be a... telling you, bro, there should be a the after the IN.
Alright, grammar.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. It's hard to read that bit. Nothing weird today either in the Q City that Watchdog Man protects. That sounds good. Look at my boy.
Just the city that Watchman protects. That would be my brain. Sorry.
That's his cousin.
That would make more sense.
That's his cousin.
But I'm like, they're labeled. The true secret hero that's actually doing all the work.
His true power is still unknown. I know, man. That's what we're waiting for.
He's insane.
Like, your nigga's trying to tease, bro.
Crazy. No one has got like a reaction time like that. 41 seconds after a demon level shows up, they can't even count it. They can't even like properly scale it.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, don't get me wrong. I like, that's a testament to his senses. I'm just saying, like, go ahead, sir.
Just like look at him. He's jumping from buildings, no problem. It's not even just speed. It's like pure strength. Like Watchdog Man's crazy. I was just in awe. He's like freaking everything about him, and like his true power
100%.
Just like a monster of some kind. Like,
A territorial monster.
well, it's like he's obviously like this.
Phoenix versus Watchdog.
Wait, you want to okay? Kick the shit.
Stop.
I'd say if he did monsterify, he's gone so far into a dog's loyalty to humans that that's the reason why he's not evil.
It could be, yeah. It's just that was just I just threw the idea out on pure speculation. Graham, that fight's lasting 41 seconds between those guys.
You think Phoenix would clap that fast? Damn, man.
Oh no!
I don't know, bro.
You can look. The face of the monster beak kind of looks like a beak. So
Listen, I don't want to make it seem like I'm downplaying Watchdog. I'm just simply pointing out that this is my first time reading this, and this was to tease. Like, all I'm doing now is anticipating seeing Watchdog Man in the next upcoming chapters make a difference, or if not, in the next upcoming major or cohesive storyline that may be multiple chapters.
yeah, that's
And I'm no, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, we're at the point now where you've seen a load of the S-Class heroes already. It's time to see what the evil ones can do. Really, Watchdog Man, Metal Knight, they're like, I'm trying to think who else hasn't really done anything. Most of the other heroes were there in the raid, so like, it's really their time to step up now. We want to see more of these guys.
It's gonna be interesting to see how like the resources and then like the underlying politics and dynamics of the association are gonna affect the serious efforts of the serious storylines that we have. Because for all intents and purposes, we still have the biggest threat out there, which is the storyline of God. Like, what happens if like Blast loses all funding from the association? Like, is the association even providing him funding? Like, are they assisting him in methods that are not direct to maintain like his front? What do we provide for Blast's defense against God for what he has been doing at the least or at the most that we don't have details of? So like, imagine an instance here where we're supposed to be getting a presentation or a viewpoint of these heroes, right? The rest of the heroes. We just got this in the invasion of the Monster Association, presumably in the next big arc that may not involve God, or in the smaller arc like the Super Fight tournament or something like that. We're gonna get to see guys like Watchdog Man. Maybe we're gonna get more in depth into Tank Top. Maybe Drive Knight's gonna get a chance. Like other heroes that were not the mainstays in this previous arc. If that's the case, what happens if the association is no longer able to support them? If they no longer have like political protection, like how do we go about things in that aspect?
Well, something just adding to that is Blast was doing this well before the association too. So, is there someone else who's privately backing Blast, who's like maybe part of the association now too, but there's someone else out there who's like, we don't really know. Like, I don't think like Sitch is like backing him at all, but like there's someone out there who recognizes it, and maybe it's partial. We don't know what Blast. We really don't know about Blast's backstory. Maybe Blast is like got funding himself, but there's someone out there who's already funding him. So it's not necessarily like is that person part of the association, but it's just more finding out more about that side of it. Who else? Is it someone that we know already, or is it someone that is completely different, who we haven't met yet, who already knows about God and everything?
Sundown. We've been talking about not only who could possibly be funding the association or funding hero efforts outside of the association, as we're seeing now with the Neo Association. That's proof that yes, there are people that are out there funding hero work that are not mainly the association. So, who else is out there maybe? But what are your thoughts on this point 5 chapter and the implications that maybe Watson Manx is going to be involved here soon?
Point 5 chapter?
No,
Was there a point 5?
yeah. Grimm just read it. Kishin just read it, so it's like
Oh,
3
okay.
pages.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'll read that. Send me a link, boys.
It's in for the people. Kishin, do you want to elaborate? think Kishin's.
Let's see. As for who is funding this new organization, yeah, it's possible that it could be in some ways another insidious money making scheme, like what we recently have seen with the Hero Association. It's still a little too much in the dark. We're just now learning about this organization's existence, and it's just trying to get off the ground. But from what I remember, I think they mentioned something about like one of the backers, like an executive or whatever, that defected and went there. If not, I could be misremembering. But there's so many money making avenues they could take to fund a similar project.
Watchdog man, who do you think he's beating out of all the dragons that we saw? How much is 250 kilometers per hour in miles per hour? Stop.
So he's basically going the speed of a NASCAR.
Nigga, I was driving that fast the other day, bro. Stop. No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Why would you driving that? NASCAR driving? Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. I got to 119 and I got scared. I'm gonna lie to you. That's it. Nah, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. We know this nigga's gotta be way faster than that. That's like some arbitrary number that they gave to like build up the hype even more. Like, because it's such a low number, we're gonna see what it actually is, and we're gonna, he's big fast.
Such a low
Yeah.
number.
Mm-hmm.
Even that, mate, he's faster than he's going as fast as most cars
Mm-hmm.
on his length. That's slow.
I mean, hey, bro. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like,
It isn't his top speed, mostly based on the fact that,
you think Rover's not faster than that?
was to where the threat was. So he didn't have to go maybe as far. So, he kind of went that 0-60, or in this case, I guess, 0-155.
You don't think Rover runs faster than 155, man? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. You know he does. You know he does.
He's old and slow.
Talking about Prime Rover, man. That's crazy. All right. If you want to claim it like that, man, you can.
If we see what Rose could do, we still haven't seen what.
Bro, all I'm saying is that, okay, let's put it into this context, right?
What I'm saying is 150 miles an hour.
No. I'm just saying, let's put it into this context, right? So, what they're pointing out now is that in current day, after this debacle with God has occurred, after all of this has occurred here, that Q City is still the safest city, and that he's still getting to these disasters and beating them quicker than the dispatch can even alert that there's an issue going on. That means that while, just like they were pointing out in every other city, that the threat level of monsters has been increasing exponentially, not just in the quantity of monsters, but in the threat, the scale of threat that they pose to general society, and their strength has also been increasing. And he's still clapping unanimously. He's still sweeping across every single territory, like every single city. His city is still the safest by far. Like, that means that he's consistently encountering dragons, consistently encountering demons, and clapping them either in seconds or with so little effort that he's able to get back to the city and protect the rest of it. Now, there is no implication or reason to believe that he's the only one there. Like, he's not the only hero in Q City. I don't believe that. Especially when we just saw Smile Man show up there. We saw Smile Man in the scenario where Smile Man was also involved in a Garou fight, and I forgot where that base was. I'm not sure if it was in like Z City or the outskirts of Z City. I don't think it was there. We'd have to figure out where Tario was and the bench was, because I think it was around that same park. I think, because Tadio wouldn't be like going to a whole different city to play with his friends or like to play in the woods. Like no, like it would be in the same city. So wherever Tadio was with the bench, that's the city that this place was, and that's where Smile Man can operate or was operating. S City, okay, S City. So we just saw Smile Man from who was also fighting in S City now showed up in a Q City scenario. So that either means that Watchdog Man is also going to other cities like S City, maybe possibly there to fight.
Just looking up SC
100%. He's not the only hero in the area. Them niggas are calling heroes from wherever to go to these territories. Smile Man was in the area. Watchdog Man got there faster. Matt, you're muted. Oh my bad.
I'm just looking over. I was just trying to look over the because I don't know the breakdown in terms of where.
Uh huh.
And I didn't even know like the layout. I don't know what SC is. Makes sense because they're originally in that, but
Yeah.
I don't really know the breakdown itself. I don't know. Just Watchdog Man's super territorial. Like the whole thing they say is he's up to QC. There's nobody ever left him just that lucky in the S class. Top man, never leaves.
I guess what I was saying got convoluted, but that's what I'm pointing out, that like he's the only one in that city that's, how do I phrase this? He's not the only hero in the city, but he's the only one that's keeping the monster rate or the rate of destruction so low. And if everywhere in all the cities the level of threats and the amount of threats has been increasing, that means that he's crazy strong because he's dealing with it and still has a crazy casualty rate in his area. It's his power is just like Saitama's. It hides the real terror in the area. Like Z City is really horrible. The nigga lives in like a monster trap, a monster zone. But like
Sorry to cut you off, mate. They can only hear you in the stream.
has it been that way indefinitely?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the chat now. I think they can hear us, but it's really faint.
Say something now, Matt.
Hey.
Okay.
Cool. Anyone in the chat? I'm speaking now.
No, you're good.
Let me know if you can hear us. You can hear me.
Bit.
I think that's okay. We'll see what they say. Let me hang on. I can check myself.
Good save, bit. We back. We in there. Sundown.
I can hear me. I'm good. Yeah, we're good.
All right. I don't think Sundown's
So-
Yeah, I'm listening to the stream and I could hear Matt.
Do we
Sorry,
want to recap everything in like a quick 2 minute of the discussion we've had?
Go ahead. You do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, go on then. So Watchdog Man could beat Phoenix Man.
What
all
the
heroes-
fuck? Hell no, we ain't say that. Hell no.
I'm recapping. I'm recapping. We're fine. We want to know about Blast backup. Whoever's like backing Blast, is it himself? Is it someone else? Because it's happened for the Hero Association. Watchdog Man's true power is still crazy. Grimm thinks 155 miles an hour isn't fast. He
It's not, man.
thinks it's fast, mate. That's like a train. Trains are fast.
Nigga, Flashy's barely slower than that, bro. Like 155 is not fast.
No, Flashy's fast.
Nah,
like,
bro.
Flashy's
barely
like-
slower than that, bro.
That's not true. What are you? Okay.
What is this slander?
That's what I'm saying. It's not that fast, but like, come on.
In that case, Atomic Swing doesn't swing a sword that fast.
That's cap, bro. That's super cap.
You
Super.
almost
I
made
mean,
a
it's
joke.
barely. It must be barely like 140 miles an hour or something.
That's super cap, bro. It's super cap. You know it several times that. It's ridiculous, Matt. Continue your recap so Sundown can add his input.
Then what else have we talked about? We haven't we focused on
think-
Watchdog Man. Go on.
Yeah,
Sundown,
I
go for it.
think you got to the end of it there. I caught the last bit, the 155 miles per hour, which I was like, yeah, that's kind of fast, man. That's like real fast.
Nah, man.
I was surprised actually, that little chapter about Watchdog Man.
Good.
And yeah, they've made mention before, he doesn't really leave Q City. So he's there basically clapping everything that comes towards him, even
Multiple
things that aren't
dragons.
coming towards him.
There's got to be multiple dragons.
Do you think if there's like a really strong here like monster in the city that's on like the border, they just push him into Q City so Watchdog Man can deal with them?
See, but you'd think the monsters at this point would know to stay away, right? So like,
Immigration.
so why would they purposefully go towards Watchdog Man? Because that monster that popped out of the ground saw Watchdog Man and thought, "Oh my god, my life is about to end," and then proceeds to actually unalive itself.
That's not all the
So-
monsters, though. We've seen monsters that have had egos.
Yeah, I think Grimm's right. It's an ego thing. Because there's like I always think of
Beast
Tongue
King.
Stretcher when he goes to prison. They're all talking about took you down, like the B class hero, the A class heroes. Then Tongue Stretcher's like I got took down by King, and then there's plenty of egos amongst them, and it's probably a case of they want to be like, oh, I can kill Watchdog Man. That's no problem.
I think we should put a cohesive theory together. We should probably like take time separately to talk about this. But do you think it's crazy to especially with like what just happened in the past chapter, to think that like somebody's making these people turn into monsters? Like we talked about this a long time ago. We made I think I even titled the theory or the video, the God theory. We talked about like the possibility of people turning into monsters, or even people becoming very, very strong, being catalyst by God. Like God is the reason why people turn into monsters. We talked about that. Is it crazy to like maybe attribute some of this to like an organization? Like
We can look at that. I to be clear, that's a big conversation to have. I'm fine if you want to do that as another stream, like where we just literally like just put like a pin board up and go over like all the details. We can talk about it now if you want to talk about the chapters. Either's fine, but just because there's a lot to go over with that, looking over like everything that's happened.
I mean, especially inevitably, we're gonna be at least talking about on the surface level. What McCoy did is the idea on the surface level. Like he took a monster that they have imprisoned, released it, and had it cause havoc. Coincidentally, in this particular scenario, they had a hero prepared because they were going to immediately use the effects of releasing that monster. But that isn't always going to be the case, or we don't have any reason to believe that has always been the case. Like, what if McCoy, in order to really get enough credit to prove to this executive that he could do this at an efficient level, had to prove his abilities? And what if in a past scenario, McCoy fucking had a monster go out and actually destroy a whole building that there were kids in, and
I believe
there
that.
were mothers that were nursing 15 newborns, and then McCoy had some disgusting monster go in there and slaughter them all before he knocked the building down, just to make it worse. What if that's how McCoy proved himself to get in that position, man? Like,
I know you're just making stuff up. I already don't like McCoy. Makes me angry. So the fact you just say it's like I'm just taking it as like propaganda. Like, McCoy,
like damn it, McCoy.
I can't wait. Like I can't wait for his comeuppance, mate. There's a part of it that's like, give me the fight of Sitch versus McCoy. Let's have that. Let's just have them like go toe to toe. I bet like the eye patch is fake as well. I bet his eye's fine underneath. Like, I bet he's absolutely okay. Fucking McCoy. Reading this chapter made me really pissed off. He pissed me off before, but now I'm just like, McCoy.
But I like this though. I like that like we're getting, and it kind of makes me weary that we're talking about the possible, not only the possible destruction, but just like the demotion of importance of the Hero Association through competition. Like they're no longer the centerpiece of like what support is. Like just the idea that there could be another association or a competing organization, it removes the exclusivity of that like prestige of that title. So like because there's competition for it now, and I guess the competition itself kind of elevates it to a certain degree or in a different like viewpoint. But I'm just saying like I liked it when it was just the association because they had that monopoly and that's all that was. And in that monopoly, we were getting details, we were getting insights, or just descriptions of who was actually in control. Like those chapters where we would see like the executives talking amongst each other, and then we'd see another chapter and it would be similar executives or the same executives because with the previous chapter, the previous instance, some of them were like faded or were only silhouetted, should be silhouetted, and like he does that too. He's introducing the executives or the people behind the scenes as significant characters, and then but they're support characters. They don't their dialogue. It's important, but it's only like background or like plot dropping of importance. Like they're not actually making a huge difference in the plot as a main character, and you see them again. Like that's what I like about this. That like getting McCoy as another Sekingar, that's badass. What happens in the next arc? We're gonna get another Sekingar McCoy type type motherfucker that we're gonna get in association with, like the mysterious dude that showed up in the chapter here, or in this .5 chapter, that was talking to the female. This is the guy who knows about Saitama. This is the guy who was like, "Hey yo, hey Caped, go here, bit." Like when Saitama picked up the phone in the rain, he was like, "You need help?" And they were like, "Who's this?" "Yeah, go." And then they got the footage, bit like, what you mean? Niggas in the association have to know this nigga's one of them. Like the continuity of the background characters is exquisite. And the fact that Matt hates McCoy, that's proof.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, like, I think I hope they go a slightly different route because what I liked about Second Girl is when he started, he was like, I'm in it for the fame, I want to go down history as a great person. But from like he changed over the Monster Association where he went from being like all about the responsibility to being like, okay, now I'm gonna help. I remember like him just like injected his arm like at that he'd lost and was me like, Genos, we need you, get out there. He was generally trying to do the right thing. It wasn't just about getting like not just about like the good aspects of it as well. He was really trying to help out. Whereas McCoy, if like you've been following for a while, you know he's very much like all about the power. Like he was the guy who threatened the police to stay away from the Hero Association. He was like obviously this chapter, he's basically been super like, I want money, I want power, but he doesn't really care what he has to do it. I don't think we need like another McCoy after this. Ideally, because after this arc, we won't need. Hopefully, the Hero Association will sort itself out. Whether it
Fujitora.
disbands or yeah, I mean, we could do with a proper Fujitora.
That's what I'm talking about. We get a Fujitora type character to balance. I mean, I guess technically that's what Second Guard is, right? The mysterious evil. Go ahead.
There's him, and then there's the bit. He's got an actual name, but the bearded worker too.
Okay.
Because like there was a side chapter. I don't know if you read it, where basically we learned a lot more about the executives. Not like massively, but we learned a bit about them, and like it basically they wanted to all assign to a program, and their bearded worker, he said along the lines of like, listen, don't worry about me. Give the money to the heroes who need it. Like I don't need the extra money. Give it to the people who put themselves on the front lines. They're the ones who need the extra help. Like there's people out there that want to make a difference, but it's like any good organization. There's good people who come to it and why they want to help. There's too many corrupt people who want to try and like who just want to abuse the system for their own personal gain.
I'm here for it, bro. I'm always scared that they're gonna end One Punch Man. I don't want them to. It almost feels like we're just starting the story. Like we're literally just starting the story. So to get stuff like this, but we're still giving importance to support characters. That gives me like comfort. And we got time, but no rush.
I think we're like half. For me, I personally we're about halfway through
That's
One
crazy.
Punch Man, but we also have a long way to go. I say we're halfway through, but there's a lot more of a story to go over. Doesn't mean it's like exactly halfway, but because like for me, the first quarter is like I've said it before. I very much think it's going to go like C class, B class, A class, S class. But like if you compare like C class lasted like 30, 40 chapters, B class went from like 40 to like 170 something, 175. So it's like a big chunk left. You know, it's like even if we're halfway, it's a big half left to go.
You know what's
You
you
know?
know what's funny, bro? You should like officially make this theory, bro. Let's actually do what we just talked about staying after twice, and like making a whole video where we make connections for like God, and let's make connections for this theory, bro, about like the ending of One Punch Man, because that's just legit, bro. Yeah, I hate it,
What-
but like it
Why'd you
makes
hate
sense.
it?
And I'm saying this because the story recently supports your theory by having Saitama remain in the association, and then Genos immediately also remaining in the association, almost ensuring the credibility of the Hero Association in the long run. Like, it doesn't matter what the Neo Association can do or how many resources they can pull from us, our foundation still seems to be intact. And it seems to be, even though Child Emperor is questioning it, and it may not be Child Emperor, but it's still Genos and Saitama blast. Primarily, that's really what it is. Like, they're still going to be there. And I think all the other guys are going to still remain as well. I think Atomic's going to stay. I think Flash is going to stay. I think Tank Top's going to stay. I think Pooty Pooty's going to stay. Shit, I don't know, bro. I think Pig God's going to stay. I don't know which S class would actually leave, bro. I don't.
We could.
Maybe Child Emperor is probably the only one. Child Emperor and Drive Knight. I would allow, or I could consider.
We could talk about it in a sec, but wouldn't it be the most One Punch Man thing if end of the saga, Saitama is about to make it to S class? It's like a big deal, and then the next day the Hero Association gets disbanded, and then it's like that's it, he's done. And then like it cuts to like a month later, and nobody once again knows who he is. I think I recognize him, like the hair, like he's bald. There's that one guy, right? Who was about to jump, and then he's just like, no. That's like such. I wouldn't hate that. In terms of people who I think could join the S, we can literally go down the list of like S class, and we can just go yes or no. I don't know how Sundown and Kishin are feeling. I know Kishin's not feeling great. I know Sundown's just kind of listening to it. Also, I know because we haven't shut up. But if we actually went down the list and we just got like a yes or no to leave in for the Neo Heroes.
Sounds good. What's the list looking like?
Let's do it.
So I'll go from the top, literally just the S class heroes, and we'll work down. We'll just do the S class because there's too many. For like we don't really A, B, C doesn't matter.
There's like 300 other heroes. This would be all day.
Let's do it.
The only okay. So we'll just start. So Blast, no. We all agreed on that.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
no,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah.
Correct.
Tatsumaki, no. We saying no.
Nope.
Well, actually, the way they treated her recently,
Yeah,
she might be like, fuck you, motherfuckers.
yeah. There's something to consider there. Like, especially, it would depend on what the Neo Association could present. I think to make a difference, because she doesn't have any particular loyalty to Sitch, like Blast does. Like, we know Blast and Sitch are tight. And now, if we get another like link or our panel showing that like the Neo Association also has some nigga that's like real close and tight with Blast, then I don't know. Blast may even be in consideration as well, because then maybe Blast doesn't have an allegiance to an association. He has an allegiance to like people who are helping him. Like, and now don't get me wrong, he knew about all the heroes. Like, he knew about Flashy right away. Like, he knew about, oh, you're Flashy, Flash. He knew about guys like that. So I don't know, but I'm just saying, Tatsumaki, I agree with Kishin, may not be as secure.
That's fair. Yeah. I think for her, it depends what Fubuki does. If Ibuki was to leave, then she leaves. If Ibuki stays, she stays.
Hmm. But then I think there's also the point of would the Neo heroes want Tatsumaki? Because if she goes on one rampage and then they have to cover that up, do they have the capability to do that? Are they on the kind of same level as the Hero Association when it comes to covering up dirt, all that type of stuff? Because Tatsumaki is kind of a loose cannon.
Do they have
Well,
that intel though?
Well, even if they have to cover it up, then they fall into the same hole that the Hero Association is. We have to cover up fucking bullshit. We're becoming seedy as the opposition.
No, you don't have to. No, there's not like you don't. The only way to cover stuff up is not negative, or to deal with stuff is not. Yeah, you don't have to cover it up. That's not the only way to deal with problems like that. And secondly, it outweighs the negatives. The benefit of having that type of power outweighs the negatives by far. What did you do? Mess up a few like a bunch of cities, like portions of a bunch of cities, like Psychos or Sairochi was about to cut the earth. She did cut the earth. Like
She's a cost that's worth it without a doubt.
100%.
Yeah, easy.
100%.
Just quickly because I'm going on a list. We're missing a number 3. Who's gonna take? Do you think number 3? Do you think it's gonna be?
I would.
No, I don't. Go on.
Garou and Bang, I think, should be considered there.
Okay, I consider Garou. If you want to talk about Garou, I don't think Garou's gonna come back anytime soon. I get like he should be like that number 3 spot, but
The affiliation is there in multiple aspects.
Yeah, I get that. I'd say Suiryu.
Oh, that's a lot of hype, bro.
I know that's a lot of hype.
You know Atomic would cut him down, right?
Yeah, I'm like
Drive Knight would beat Suiryu, right?
That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, and also technically all the guys underneath King would beat King, right?
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, tighten up, dog. All right. Not only does Suiryu not have anywhere near the hype that King does.
My only thing is like take that martial art role. Suiryu has got the popularity that the Hero Association needs. A lot of people really like him. Definitely like the most popular martial artist I think around right now. He was out of shape when he was in the Super Fight tournament. He's training to get back into shape. So when he comes back, he's going to be definitely stronger. And they need like a good martial artist in there too. I think Suiryu makes more sense than Garou rather than the Hero Hunter. I'm not saying Garou would be better, but I think Suiryu just works in that position more. But saying that, do you think Suiryu would join the Hero Association, or do you think he'd join Neo Heroes?
That's probably the biggest toss-up that we have here. That's probably the biggest wrench. That's probably what's going to be the catalyst of the hype of the upcoming chapters when we really start to blow up here. Like, he said he wants to be a hero. There was no indication that said he wanted to only join the Hero Association. If they're offering more, which according to what those scouts were talking about, the compensation package that both associations are talking about is substantial, man. To the point that the Hero Association like is not enough. What they're offering is insufficient, man. Like,
because Suiryu still wants to be a hero, but he wants an easy life still. Like he still wants like money and girls. Like if the Neo Hero someone better offer, then yeah.
His core is still a playboy. So I think that would be a fight, bro. Imagine bringing back the One Piece draft when we did that for One Piece, bro. When we do it for One Punch Man, and we actually do it for heroes who are up in the air for consideration, bro. Suiryu would have to be like the most lucrative free agent after if you consider Child Emperor, I think, which I think we're gonna get to here soon.
I know I'm going off track. Do you think Sonic's gonna join the Neo Heroes?
Oh my god.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yeah, I just want to check that. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I
Oh,
don't
really?
think he'd be liable to join either organization. He seems to just be doing his own thing.
We don't know about the true righteousness of this organization. The association held up a facade for quite a while, and we believed it ourselves. There's no reason to believe that the Neo Association isn't putting up a facade to get to this point. Maybe you have to be evil and underhanded to actually create an association that's going to be competent. Like, What if they're already doing that? You have to do those things to build up to the point to challenge the Hero Association. Like, why are we pretending that that's not a possibility? These niggas could be corrupt as fuck.
Definitely. So I'll carry on then. Atomic. I don't think Atomic's leaving.
See, now this is one of those ones where I'm like, current state, I don't think Atomic would leave. Depending on what he might see, I think Atomic would. So let's say if someone was a little bit angsty, Child Emperor, and decided to release some shady footage, I think Atomic has always displayed himself as like an honorable character, samurai-esque. So I feel like if he saw, hey, wait a sec, the Hero Association are doing these things, our money's being utilized in these ways, I feel like Atomic would feel kind of honor bound to say, no, I'm done with you guys, peace out.
My only thing about Atomic is an honor bound, but in a different way. This is like pure headcanon because like Bang's left now. He's really like the face of like the older generation, like the martial artists, like any like warriors, and he might see it as like his responsibility to stay there and guide them. I don't know. Obviously, that's like pure. That's like pure hate because like he might have like he feels like he has to step up himself with Bang being gone.
He also has like 3 disciples there that are in the association. It would be different if like he had disciples that were not affiliated with the hero work, but they are, and they're ranked highly for it, and they're recognized in the community, and they have their own responsibility. And as far as we've seen, they can even operate independently. So I don't think, because they're affiliated, I don't think that it's as simple as like Atomic not wanting to be in the association. I think that like they would also be leaving as well if that happened to be the case, and that would be a big move. I also don't disagree that like something honor based, like Child Emperor exposing the truth behind the association, wouldn't be something that could like do it for him. But it's hard, man. That's not the guy that I see leaving.
On a just because you brought it up, do you think he'd ever send like any of the others, like his disciples, to Neo Heroes as like a chance to grow at all? Like, would he send the Iron to be like, okay, go learn from a different experience? Like, in the same way, like, Genos was on about leaving because he thought he could grow in a different way from Saitama. Do you think Iron, or I just use the Iron because he's number one of them, like, that he could leave for, like, that similar reason?
I mean, there's a bunch of different, like, hero examples or, like, samurai and disciple storylines that could definitely be utilized here. I don't necessarily think that any one of them correlates the best with this. I like how different one writes a lot of these characters, the potential for these characters, even though some things are obviously stereotypical for a reason, because he's pointing out like how mundane people write. That's the whole point of subverting expectations or whatever. I don't think that there's like a clear way that he's gonna like continue to train Neon. Like sending them all on their own on this raid. That was like a big step. This is not like it almost the only thing that I could have related to was like the whole Jedi stuff, right? Where like you have your Padawan here and you're going on this like mission that is meant for you, a master, that you are not sure if you're going to live. But not only did you take them with you, but you give them individual and independent responsibility. That's the only thing that I can relate it to, and like that's pretty significant, bro. Because there was even a point where like Atomic Samurai didn't know if he was gonna live. Like Golden was walking up on Atomic with Evil Natural at his back and Homeless building up another spirit bomb. Like that was all right in front of Atomic with the Sunblade. That was all about to go down. Like, and he still brought his disciple to a scenario that could have turned into that, and it did. So I think it's fair to give any possible theory that you believe as like the result. So yes, maybe he would do that. Maybe he would send Neon and the boys to go join the Neo Association to see what's like that. Maybe.
It was just a question. If anyone's like got a yes or a no, we have no There's no, like you said, there's not enough info there. So it's just a case of in your head, do you think he would? That's all it was. Okay, Child Emperor, like easy yes, right?
Yeah, that dude already gone, man. He's
Yeah.
just not happy right now.
He's just stirring shit up right now. He's just waiting. He's just waiting to drop it on them that he's leaving.
He's got a gun up his way,
letter, and then all of a sudden, all the systems get hacked across all the cities or whatever, and then it's like just every jumbo screen just has all this video evidence of all the dark doings of the association, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this little project I've been working on. Bye." And then all this shit just starts getting showcased everywhere, and people are like, "Well, fuck."
Metal Knight is logically someone who would have to stay, right? Because he's there. He's basically number one.
No.
But they've really been slandering him recently.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if Child Emperor leaves, they might be like, "Oh, Metal Knight, whatever you say, do." Because, like, remember, Metal Knight knows what goes on there. He's been
They kind of do that already.
Yeah, he knows what's going on already, and he hasn't really changed anything because he's got like he can do what he wants basically. He's got refunding research. He's got influence. He can basically get away with whatever he wants. He's okay with that. So that might be the reason, because I don't think the Neo Heroes can necessarily offer him something, especially if Child Emperor leaves. Then the Hero Association are really going to start kissing up to Metal Knight again. Unless anyone's got like a different opinion, please just go for it.
Nah, I think he's comfortable. He's too comfortable.
Yeah. So King, the question is, King, what's the funniest situation? Does he stay or does he go? What's the funniest thing?
Oh my god, bro. I don't know.
What would be the funniest situation? Would be him kind of like chancing upon, I don't know, some sort of, maybe there's like a decisioning thing where the Neo Heroes are made to like hunt down a specific monster or something like that, and whoever hunts it down gets like rank 1, and King just happens to be in the area the monster dies because of Saitama or something, and King becomes rank 1 of this new association. That'd be pretty funny.
Actually, I would love it if it plays out. You know how like in movies when you get like some kid that's about to go to college and you have all the college recruiters and they're trying to give them the best deal because they want this kid at their college? What if they do that to King?
There's got to be like a side chapter coming up of just like people trying to recruit King into the Neo Heroes.
It's like, we know what you can do, sir. I know you're only ranked number 7, but you so much more. Please come to our organization. We'll give you money, women, power.
There's definitely a chapter of them trying to give him women for sure. Women, all of that. A chapter where like they offer him women first, and then like a whole bunch of money, and all that, 100%.
And then what does he ask? He starts sweating, and he's like, "What do I do?"
But in that same chapter, he's got to prove he's got to like.
Can you like give me advanced access to this game that I want to play?
But in the chapter, he would also like he would show his power too. Like Saitama would like clap a monster, and then King would like walk out of the rubble or some shit like that, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, gang!" Some crazy shit would happen. 100%, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it's also just funny, like the fights that they could build up from there. They're like, King swapped over, we have to call him Blast, and then it's just like they build up like King versus Blast, and eventually just for the oh, so you're King, okay. Him versus Tatsumaki, him versus Saitama because this up and coming rookie, maybe he could take him on. And then I think there's like some funny scenarios you could do with King, definitely. I think the best thing is definitely what Keisha said, like the equivalent of the college is trying to show up just to try and win him over. That's got so much potential.
No one's able to approach him because like King's getting anxious that all these people are following him, and all they can hear is his heartbeat, thinking the King engine's going off.
That's it, yeah.
Like, oh my god, is there a monster in the area? Is he knowing something we don't? What the hell's going on? Are we about to all die?
That'd be incredible. People just keep running away from him because they think something's going to go down. And he's just like, just leave me alone. Zombie Man? I don't think so.
Ooh.
Damn, I never even thought about that. Zombie?
He's too invested in like looking into God right now. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think
yeah.
he's leaving.
If it depends on. No, like yeah, he's too. He's. I don't know. I don't know.
See, he strikes me as the type of guy who he's heroic, but I don't think he really cares too much about the Hero Association itself. I think so long as he's able to do his job, Zombie Man's kind of fine being in the shadows and doing his own thing.
I think this guy's honor based too, though. I think he has.
Yeah. I'm not sure about him.
I don't think it'll be in the S class, but do you think we'll get any like double agents where people who join the Neo Heroes, but really it's just for the Hero Association to find out what they're doing?
Drive Night.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I could
think
see
Garrett's gonna
that.
leave. I think he's going to leave just for research because he's like, I can learn more from. If there's new people I can study and just like take from, then I'm going to do that.
Actually, considering what is slowly been building up, with a My Mask, saying, "Oh, Zombie Man's a monster." Like, why is he even here? Would the Neo heroes even accept Zombie Man for that?
I think they would because they seem to not necessarily care about like just. I've only really met one guy, Axel, really, but like he was more about just like protecting people and getting the job done. So it might not. They might not really care who joins them as long as they're going to help protect people. Like obviously that's only one guy we've met, and we need to see what these other heroes that are part of the Neo heroes would like. But I maybe like whereas the Hero Association were about quality because you have to pass like a test and be like a good. You have to be decently strong to even be a hero. Like you have to be like a good athlete, a good athletic level. Whereas maybe the Neo heroes are just like all come like whoever was ready to fight.
They would suck. I mean, they already got niggas with skates, so.
No, Axel's class. I won't hear that Axel. He's got rollerblades. He's incredible.
I mean, the Hero Association has that too. There's the Electro guy. He has his skates too.
Bro. He's got electricity though. That's gas. That's super gas.
No, yeah, and he's got like an axe. He's great. Yeah.
No, fuck out of here, bro. He got skates.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Skates and an axe. Stop.
I have rollerblades, and he goes around and it like a blade actually comes out.
Mate, I don't look. This is not the game you want to play. You don't remember who's part of the Hero Association. They don't have a guy like Red Nose.
This is true.
Who's next? So Drive Night. Do we kind of think that he's leaving, or does anyone think he's staying? The only reason I think he'd stay is because of Blast. That's the only thing that would make me stay.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think he's like 50-50. I think whatever his interests is. I think if there's no particular allegiance there. 100% he could. That's still his main priority. I don't think that we've been given a reason to believe that like the Neo Association is going to present a bigger, I don't know, like asset or something. I guess that's what you would call it, or I don't know, a bigger opportunity than what Blast is for Drive Night. I don't know what the intention is there, but like if they do, then yeah, I think that would be a reason for him to split his attention because. I don't know. This guy, it's so behind the scenes. Like, we don't know what he actually does to get information about Blast. Like, all we know is that he's asking niggas, like, hey, you know about Blast, bro? Like, is that really the extent of your research, bro? Like, that's how, like, that's how intense or how rigorous his fucking, like, investigations have been to just be asking niggas, like, hey, you know about Blast? Or Blast be out here, bro? Or where's Blast? Like, that's what you be asking? Like, stop, bro. He's got to do something.
It's fine.
So, like, if you're telling me that's the type of investigating that Drive Knight's doing, he can do that anywhere and still like get information about Blast. Like that's not real. I don't think being amongst the association, like that's really giving him an upper hand to getting info about Blast. This motherfucker's never around. Like, period. You could do just as well keeping an eye on Blast and also going after this new target that's a reason enough to leave the association. What if they got a Tatsumaki type asset that he could ascertain somehow? Maybe not. You know, I'm not saying that Drive Knight's gonna be able to beat Tatsumaki. I'm saying that what if they have a threat or an asset that Drive Knight believes he could take something from and become that much stronger? I think he would go after it.
Even if it's like just going on Tatsumaki, if it's on the line of like if he can study a psychic better and like he can just apply that to find Tatsumaki. Pig God? I don't think so. I can't imagine it. Pig God's too good. I don't think he's leaving.
Yeah,
They would have to serve him some very bad bento boxes.
Pig God's just a good guy. I can't see him like leaving the Hero Association.
And then who else?
Darkshine. I think
he's gone. You think he's gone?
I think he's gonna go because like he can go somewhere and build it and be like and feel comfortable again. Like if he goes to like if people are like thanks Darkshine, you beat that really tough monster for us, and he's like if he's doing that to escape from like his problems, I think that might be the reason why he leaves.
Oh shit, yeah. I was thinking the opposite, like something negative would be the reason for why that would happen, but no, that makes a lot more sense. Like, yeah, you be thinking, man, yeah. Like positive reinforcement. Like, what if these niggas just like they're just so positive, bro? Like, he doesn't have to worry about being ridiculed or anything like that. Like,
See, I see. Like,
oh, sorry, I'm interrupted.
Unless they've got like a mad therapist, which they're offering him up, I think Darkshine wouldn't have the confidence to switch right now. I think Darkshine is in a position where because he doubts himself so much, I don't think he would have the confidence to switch over to the Neo heroes and kind of perform at a capacity where he would be quote unquote good enough for them. So I think he's going to stay, and I'm kind of hoping his arc is confronting his issues in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure how he'll go about it.
See, I agree with that, but I think because he doesn't have the confidence, that's why he's going to leave to try and escape from his problems. Then he'll come back when realizing I can't escape from this. I have to face it. I think you're right. His arc's definitely got to be out and face his problems, but I do think he's going to run before he fights.
Yeah, that might be a really good way, like escapism before actually confronting it. Yeah, that could work. That'd be really good, actually.
Watchdog Man?
Nah. No, I don't know. What would they offer this guy?
He's barely part of the Hero Association.
He might be like, yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure the guy has no idea he's part of the Hero Association.
Exactly, bro.
He just turns up, takes a leak. He's like, yeah, this is my room now. And that's about it. Like, he has no idea.
Oh, well, no. He showed up to the meeting. No, he knows what's going on. Damn. Oh, damn. That at least throws some kind of wrench into it. Like,
here's what's going to happen. Axel and Raiden going to roll up to QC. There you go. To Watchdog Man and go, listen. 155 miles an hour? It's pretty fast, that is. Watchdog Man's going to go, I'm joining. That's the giving first line dialogue. I'd like to join the Neo Heroes.
That's crazy, bro. The first time he talks, bro, he's going to be like, hey, bro, I'm way faster than that.
You underselling my speed? I'll bite your ass.
Yeah, bro. Like, 250, stop. Oh, shit.
Flashy? I think so. I think Flashy could leave. I don't know. Like, I think he could leave just so he could get away with more stuff again, but it's the same as Zombie Man. He's doing some looking into the god stuff, so.
Nah, man. I don't think Flash is going anywhere. there just doesn't seem to be an interest for that character to me, to like maybe if there's like some enemies there that like sidetrack him from the god storyline, maybe, or like
I mean, there could be. We're still learning. There could be ninjas that show up in part of Neo Heroes.
yeah, but remember like the Shadow Ring girl, like he was intrigued about her for a moment, but he didn't really pay any more significance to her. Like they didn't even align themselves when fighting in the actual Hero Association mission. When like there was an incentive for them to be together, that didn't even happen. So I don't think allies would really be a draw for him to join the deal. Good.
Sorry, do we remember who taught her? I feel like there was something there with like who taught her because she wasn't like a traditional ninja.
I don't
I
recall
don't just-
anything.
I don't off the top of my head, but I feel like there was something just like said as like a throwaway line.
I forgot what
the
the
only
only
thing I-
in general. Good.
I only recall the whole thing of when Flashy was like, "Huh, you're a woman. It's unusual in my village. Where were you trained?" Kind of deal. I don't remember anything else past that.
Me neither. Oh,
I might be I'm gonna have a quick look, but I might be misremembering. Next is Genos. So no, we didn't talk about that, but I love that build up for the payoff so much. Just him having like this big development as a character, realizing he might need to grow in a different way. Just besides having to go, nah, it's too much work. Okay, I'm not doing it either. Just so funny. It killed me. I love that. Melbat.
no.
Oh,
He's got too much at stake with his sister.
But I feel like every time we see Melbat at the moment, he's just frustrated. Like he's just angry. Do you think if they're like, hey, we can give your sister a better education, he's gonna go off to he's gonna basically for him it's like Tatsumaki, it's whatever works
Yes.
best for his sister.
You changed my mind. I agree. Yeah, he would do it.
yeah.
He would do it.
Okay, fair point there.
I could go either way. Who's next? Tank Top.
Oh, he might.
Nah. Don't give me, and I want you to say why he would. The reason why I say he wouldn't is because this is already a rebuilding phase that he's approaching, and he's doing it with the association. So I don't think a setback. You would need a tremendous setback, and he's already had a tremendous setback. Like more than 90% of the tank top guys are gone. Bro. You see how hella niggas, they're all gone. No matter what we talked about before, we were like, oh, there's more like there's like integrity with these guys. Though, like, sure, you're building from the bottom with integrity, but it's still a little bit. So like, that's why I'm like, for him to be okay and so headstrong with starting with that big of a hit, I think he would need, or they would need to offer something tremendous for Tank Top to switch over.
I think even on a personal level, Tank Top doesn't want to leave because he's got too many goals in the Hero Association. Wants to beat like Genos and Tatsumaki, wants to beat like Psychic and robots through the power of the Tank Top. I think just on a personal note, he doesn't really want to leave either.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I was looking at it from maybe kind of a rebuilding situation. He might go there, and if there are more people kind of going into the Neo Heroes, there were more people applying all that type of stuff. It'd be a cool place for him to rebuild the tank top army, I suppose. But yeah, he does have those goals within the Hero Association, and enough so that he's squatting like a madman at the end of the other chapter, to try and get back to the level of Genos. Yeah, so, and to be fair, he's never really seemed interested in what the Hero Association has been doing at like a high level. So yeah, I don't think he'd really care so much that they're a shady organization. So yeah, I changed that. I think he'd stick.
And last is Puri, who I definitely think is leaving. 100%.
What?
You
Listen,
think he'd leave?
100%. I'll tell you why. There's some new boys in the new Heroes.
Oh, for the love of fuck.
I think he'd leave for those boys. If he breaks out of prison and goes to war for those boys, he's changing sides for those boys.
Oh, you think he's going to do a prison transfer program, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. I think like if he sees like Axel the Ride, and he's like, "Oh, let's go check out what the Neo Heroes are about." There's no like for a second I don't doubt that Puri would change for those guys.
Oh my god, Puri changing for the boys in the worst way possible. Man,
Do you
he
think
might
he
actually
would
do it.
stay?
He might actually. He might actually go because of what Matt was saying. Like
Heroes
imagine
established.
if like Suryu, someone like that, joined the Neo Heroes, or someone like that. Puri would be there in an instant. Puri would have his application ready.
Pooty would go after Axel. Like what
Oh,
are
of
we
course we
pretending
can.
about? The people in the prison were not attractive. They were disgusting. Pooty does not have a particular preference. If we're talking about beautiful men, they would all be considered beautiful to Pooty. He would all clap. He would clap every single
Puri,
one of them. In deep
Puri
too.
is fair. He considers every man beautiful. He's very good
Yes.
like that.
Yes. He be fucking.
That's what Mariah said when they wrote his autobiography. If they had to sum it in one word, it's just he'd be fucking. That's all it is.
There it is.
That's all of them, I think. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no. Well, I don't think I know. I've gone over the list, but yeah, I mean, in terms of, is anyone else you guys want to cover? Like in terms of the Hero Association?
The
Anyone
only
else?
one.
I could
The only
definitely
one
see
I'd
executives. Excuse me. Go ahead.
The only one I'd cover would probably be Amai, seeing he's basically S class at this point. But what do you guys think?
I can't see him in any way leaving. He's the face of the Hero Association. Like he's got too much influence there. I don't think he'd leave the Neo Heroes for a second.
Yeah, I think he's too deep. He's basically is the Hero Association to the public. And because of him and his kind of ego and how he sees himself, his image would be like a super important thing. So I don't think he would like to leave, considering he's the face of the organization.
Saitama versus Genos.
Yeah.
How'd you feel, bro? Did you guys feel betrayed?
No, I shouldn't because it's One Punch Man, and One Punch Man likes to do stuff like this. Well, he likes to build it up, and to be fair, there wasn't really. We knew how it was going to go. I didn't think it was betrayed because they handled it really well. Like they let Genos throw his big punch, and it did like a Saitama dust cloud. But it still really kind of let us know that the growth that Genos had not only is like in terms of power as a person is there. So I really liked it. I know you probably really want that rematch more than anything. But
bro, who wouldn't? You tell me you didn't want that? You didn't want to see that?
But One Punch Man doesn't really do rematches. Like it's apart from like Saitama and Sonic, I can't even really call like a real rematch. Like no other fighters really have rematches.
Usually there's one person that's dead after every fight, so it's kind of hard to do rematch. It's like, who am I rematching? Genos, who's on the schedule today? I don't know, Sensei. You kind of killed him. But we did get this new recruit. He's a necromancer. I mean, I guess he could help facilitate.
Yo, he be killing them niggas quick, bro. Man, I was so mad, bro. Cause he looks so badass. Like, we don't necessarily get to see like what he's really capable of. We got to see him like once or twice now, but like it's not up against a real scenario, like a real dragon, bro. So this was gonna be like, hey, a display from what was before, and we got that. But like, what does that mean? Because we know that Saitama didn't put his full power into that scenario before, or into that situation before, right? Not only did he stop his punch, but it wasn't all of his power, but it was still a big punch, like the cloud split and everything. Like Gino's duplicating this, that means that he's at that power level, like, right? At that display of power, that's how strong current Genos is, or no?
But he can definitely match that kind of force output that Saitama had in their first kind of altercation. So that was really cool. Yeah, I'd say he's at least in that punch. Yeah, he's at the same power level as what Saitama was displaying in their first fight.
Yeah, because that statement is not implying that like that's how strong Saitama was. Like, no, he was.
Yeah, just what he output at that point. Yeah.
But I mean, like, the thing with this fight is he recognizes, like, even at this point with that much strength, he's still nowhere near, like, Saitama's level. That's, like, one of the main things he took away from that punch, which is why he didn't fight, because he's like, there's no point. My strength, his strength is of no concern to him, is what he recognized.
That was that quote, man. My strength is of no concern to you. They're right there. My strength is of no concern to you. Hey, yo, relax, monkey. Damn, bro. Hey.
Please tell me
didn't
your
know what
dog's
that was.
natural name is Monkey.
Nah, his name's Tiger.
So you named it. Why?
It's a good name.
Should have just named it Jungle. Because he's got all the animals in it.
The other one's named Lion.
It's fair. Good names.
But bro, look at this, bro. Like this guy's like, oh my god, everything looks kind, bro. Like this is the design, bro. Like it almost reminds me of Gantz type shit. Like, oh, it's spectacular, bro. And then you just.
I think the best shot of Genos is when he's like it's like split over the multiple panels, but he's got like his back, and he's just staring over like the canyon. That's
Yeah.
great. That is.
The one where he's like split between his top and then his midriff and
Yeah,
his,
where he's
his legs.
thinking about
Yeah,
it. That's a sick Genos.
yeah. I think it's
technically
lower
funny,
down,
but-
lower down.
Yeah, it's after like he's. It's
This
like
one?
after I've been no. My strength is no.
No,
concern,
it's the one where he says after my strength is of no concern.
Like, it's been 2
Karen
months
going
since I've played this disciple. You'll see it.
Karen going down, 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 down again. This one.
Oh, y'all gay.
Yeah.
No, it looks mate. It's
This
class.
shit
What
is
are you on about?
trash, bro. Maybe if they put it all together, it would look even better.
Wait,
but-
did you just call Ratazar trash?
Listen, bro, this is not top tier. Or anything.
Yeah.
This right here is better than that. This panel right here is better than this panel. What are you guys talking about?
Oh, which panel are you on about?
You guys are tripping, bro. This one is also better. Like, nah, bro.
I like the one where he's like kind of throwing the shadow punch kind of deal.
I like the last 2 pages the best.
Oh.
I just, it's too good. It really, I got how much it really got me. I was like, oh my god, such deep character development of Genos. If he leaves the choice of Neo Heroes to grow apart from Saitama, I was like, this is incredible. What a great way to do this. Just for the last page, like, all right, I'm not doing it then. It's just,
Holy shit, man.
it destroyed me. I was hurt in an emotional way. And then I felt a lot better because it was very funny. It was just too. I was like, of course, One Punch Man would do this. Of course, it'd build it up. It spent like 10 pages of the chapter building up this moment, just to go, no, okay, it's too good.
Since
All right,
they don't
bro.
want it, then I don't want it.
But what is this like? What does this really mean now in the consequence of like Genos in the future though? Like, he's made the phrase now. He's acknowledged it. His strength is of no concern to Saitama. He even proposed like going to the Neo Association or whatever to get a different perspective or a different viewpoint. Like, that's clearly what he needs. But like, we don't want that. We don't want Genos to be away from Saitama. We don't want to change the dynamic. I didn't want that. Immediately when I read that, I was like, no, don't do that. You stay with my boy. Like, if this blows, if it's just you guys apart, like, no, it's better when you guys are together. So, not only do I think it would be better if they do stay together, but like, he's actively going up against, now we're acknowledging that he's pretty much going up against what would be best for him. Like, I don't think it's wrong for him to have said that, like, yeah, I should go and see some other styles and see what I can gain from them, just to see if I grow differently or if the rate of growth is different, or like if something changes. Because it looks like nothing's changing here. You're him. And there's nothing I can do about it, basically. So, like, what do you guys think is the future for Genos in that growth retrospect? Is it going to be continued, like, upgrading of parts like it was before? Like, how do we go about this?
Actually, I want to say I've brought this up before, but where it's an idea that we've collectively had, where Genos starts using like organic parts to kind of supplement and kind of get that, where you know how like you can train your body and muscles, you know, pretty exponentially, especially in this universe where, you know, I mean, hell, people are picking up fucking trucks and shit after just a year or so of training. So, you know, like, what if Genos goes the more organic tech route, where including like monster parts and whatnot to supplement that power? Because, you know, tech has limits built
Okay.
into it, or otherwise it ceases to function.
Okay, I see you. All right. Hell yeah. Imagine. Oh shit, bro. What if? What if Boros's arm has secretly been regenerating, and Bolfoy or Drive Knight have managed to like take those regenerating cells and like put them together, and then like add more cells to it to make a full arm off of that bitch, bro? What if?
Oh, and then Genos eats it, and then he becomes like,
Oh
more
my
Genos.
god, bro!
Whoa!
What
And
a
then,
what a
and then
party
he's
pooper,
like,
bro!
wow. Yeah, I mean, Borgenos.
Fucking Matt, bro. Jeez.
Sorry, continue. I know my idea's better, but I'm sure your idea will be fine as well.
Look, all I'm saying is I like that idea, Kishin. It's great.
It's fair, yeah. Well, here's the question. Like, in all honesty, I don't really know where Joe's going to go because his power level, like in terms of just how his growth, he's gone from being able to barely like handle demons to quite like soundly fighting dragons, right? Like in terms of power, like obviously, like we know that there's like above dragon god, but his growth rate's insane, and I don't really know what else he can really do because it's not like above dragon threats show up every day, right? Like it's Boros, Orochi, Cyro, Gar. That's like 4 in the series, whereas dragons are popping up more frequently. Like in terms of growth like that, there's not really like a massive amount he can do. I'm not 100% where he's going to go from here because it's just there isn't really like a massive amount for him to change on like that. Like his in terms of like obviously in terms of Saitama, he'll never match up to that level, and that's a problem. And that's unfortunately something Genos might have to accept one day. But like with, I guess the only thing I'm changing it a little is like the subject of the Mad Cyborg, which came up for like the first time since maybe like chapter 12 or something, because they have not spoke about him since. Where do you think in like his quest to be like Saitama, he's going to have a one punch moment where he finds the Mad Cyborg and he beats him and like he one shots him, incineration cannon, because his power's just grown that insane. And like he's done it and he'll be satisfied, but then there'll be like a really quick moment of like, that was not worth all the build up I thought it would be. If like in his quest to be like Saitama, he really does become like Saitama. He's like, you've got the power, but now you've got the downside of the lack of emotion from that as well.
I mean, hopefully that's going to be the resolution for Saitama's story. This is obviously like the whole what happens after you become invincible under the sun, like the strongest after that point for Saitama. So we're seeing the continuation of that storyline of what Genos would be experiencing after that. but from somebody else's perspective. So, I don't want him to. I wouldn't want him to retrace those same steps. I would want him to go to a different route, whether it's a detrimental route, like he goes insane and he like starts to massacre people or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I would want something different than like something
What?
stereotypical.
Do you think he'd become like a mad cyborg himself, or?
Maybe with and that's how the final fight would happen: Genos versus Saitama.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Mm, mm.
I don't know how I feel about Genos and Saitama for real.
Hey, bro, somebody's got to disarm that cyborg who's gone crazy strong, going after trying to catch.
Yeah, disarm him.
Demon.
Literally rips his arm off. Genos, what the fuck are you doing?
And then yeah, especially because we ate Boris's arm and just crazy strong. Yeah. And he turned to Paul Genos.
What else? So we touched on it a little bit, but McCoy is a demon. McCoy. Disaster level demon. Monster Shiverhuahua. It was monsterized due to turning distortedly wild. Or turning distortedly wild from extreme miniaturization. It was a lapdog, so going outside causes it to rampage in fear and worry. Like, this is disgusting, bro. Did you see this panel, bro, where the guy has a stick and a gun, bro? And they say they did a lot of high intensity tests on it back at HQ, bro. You know how dirty this is, bro?
Here's a question: do you hate McCoy more, or do you hate the guy from the Deep Seeking Arc who said they didn't do any work more?
McCoy?
Okay, that's fine. Cool.
What? What is the comparison?
Well, just in case, so because like I no one likes that guy, so I just wanted to see if it was like a general like if it was torn. That's all it was. Okay.
Like, nah, bro. Like, that's you tripping, bro. Like, nah. Like, this man, like, what, bro? You can even see his tail is wagging, bro. Like, that's so dirty, bro. That's so dirty, bro. Like, F McCoy, bro. For real, F McCoy. I see why you said that, bro. He's still badass, but F McCoy. Bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I trust me, I don't like McCoy. McCoy! That's all I can think of.
Oh,
mate,
shit,
when he has that speech to like Mad Devil Yankees, like, hey, feel for shame if your mom stopped getting life support. Like, what?
Yeah, that was madness. Couldn't believe that.
And this guy just wants to be Sundownrider. That's all he wants to be. He wants to be like a real hero.
Yeah, how'd you guys feel about this guy? Like, he earned my respect with that Sundownrider tenacious like push at the end, but I don't know. I wanted more from it. I don't want this trope to be cheapened by it being used in insignificant scenarios. Like don't get me wrong. I'm still looking for Lightning Max to like go out there and do that thing in this same viewpoint, but he has a different target. His target is Suiryu, not even Deep Seeking. Or excuse me. His target is Deep Seeking, and he presented it up against Suiryu. Like he's actively using it. He's actively pushing it. Like there's a chance to see that character again because he was already significant. I don't want to see this character again.
I think you could also just say like it's just like real heroism has impacts on people. Like look at like when Saitama saved Agoni's grandson from Krablante, like that had a real impact on them because then Agoni like had a real appreciation for what a hero was and then did that. And then started the Hero Association because of it. And you could say the same thing here, where like Sundownrider's actions at Deep Seeking inspired other people to take like real steps of heroism. Like this guy here proved himself as a real hero. I don't think everyone's going to do this exact same thing, but it shows that good actions can have good consequences.
Yeah, to be fair, I really liked seeing this aspect of One Punch Man. I think we get it quite a bit with Moomin Rider, but seeing that usually it's someone has inspired Moomin Rider, so Saitama or somebody else, to take a stand and say, you know what, while I'm here, civilians won't get hurt, or taking a stand against someone who's stronger than him. But to see now that Moomin Rider has inspired other heroes, I think that's cool. You're getting like, essentially, Moomin Rider doesn't need to be S class, A class, or kind of anything around those realms to be inspiring these heroes beneath him. And I really liked seeing that. And the fact that this guy was put in such a difficult position, and then he got his ass whipped by what he thought would be a wolf. But still, kind of, even on kind of death's door, he was thinking, yeah, you know what, we should probably tell my mom that I just moved to a different city. I was like, yeah, this guy's got balls. He may not be winning, but he's got the good stuff.
I can't wait till we get another scenario like this, but where Saitama doesn't show up.
And then Moomin shows up.
Nope.
Moomin shows up and just one bike slams the thing.
Great, yeah.
I mean, because how many times did it actually happen? Like, we got it with Melzigard, right? Kind of. But, like, there were S-Class that showed up immediately. What else did this happen? Where the actual resolution wasn't Saitama. With 100 Eyes, where there was a build-up where multiple heroes failed to bring down a monster, and the final resolution was a stronger hero, but it wasn't Saitama.
Tatsumaki, could you say Genos when he saved? I don't know if that counts. Genos when he saved them from oh no, wait, you could do Drive Night when he saved them from Nian, because the rest of the heroes tried to fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else?
It's not exactly the same, but like all the times Garou saved Tario.
Fuck out of here. No, bro. Okay, from who?
Royal Ripper, Bug Guard, the A-class heroes, the bullies the bullies when he was a kid.
No, because it wasn't a consecutive attack. Like, it wasn't like... You know,
yeah, all the bullies punched him at the same time. Demon level threat. Childhood bullies.
Let's see.
I think that's it. But it's happened. It's mostly Saitama, but there's like a few times where it is not just him. Yeah, that's all it is.
It's great. More of that, please. I think that's about it. Do you guys have any other big topics to talk about in reference to these past two chapters?
I felt like 187 was like a side chapter, just in general. Like it had the side chapter energy because it was like world building in a different way. It was weird that it was 187. I get I don't have a problem with it. It really had side chapter energy for me.
I still find it a little odd that they literally put this dude in another character's costume, but even when his mask was taken off, no one once questioned, hey, that's not the right guy.
Well, wasn't Papillion like a fake hero they made up?
It could be, but I feel like some of these bettors would, maybe research who they're putting a bet on,
Wait, shout out to the guy in the Formula One car who just started stealing from purses.
Yeah.
that guy's committed to the role. Oh, man, he's going so fast. It must be 155 miles an hour or something.
This betting system, though, is just another way to expose Saitama, though, so they can see how strong he is.
Well, yeah, that's a thing. Like, that's a big focus. Just the story arc of people learning about Saitama. Like, it's insane. Like, how many people are learning like this quickly, or like understanding that like there's something more to this guy, or there's something about him. It's insane how fast we're learning this kind of information.
Well, see, that's
Actually,
kind of the worst part of this chapter, which is because they identified that little kind of dog chihuahua looking thing as a wolf level against Papillion. When Saitama killed it, they kind of didn't even bat an eye. They were just like, "Yeah, it was a wolf. Like, what did you expect?
It's
You know,
classic,
you throw a blade of grass at it and it would die."
But it was really a deep man.
Yeah. So if that continues and they keep thinking Saitama's killing all these wolves, they're gonna be like, "Dude, like, aren't you meant to be like B class? Like, stop."
Actually,
That's
what's
so
even
dirty, bro.
funnier,
That's so dirty.
I love that Saitama hates his odds on the roster,
good.
but literally, if he bet on himself to win, he would win so much fucking money.
But he was. You look at that. He was about to. He's
Yeah.
100% going to bat himself. That's why I love. Some of my favorites of Saitama where he's really torn between like doing the heroic thing and doing the very human thing, where he's like, I can make myself a lot of money. That's what I love. Is like at the end where he's just in tears after saying like, "It's no problem. It's fine. Just like I'm glad for you." And I was what a good person. And he's like, I nearly just did a bad thing. Even when she gives it like. Also, she's just got like a diamond ring in her purse. Like, no problem. It's a big diamond. She's like just a portion of what's inside. She's very brave.
Oh shit. Alright, boys. So that's pretty much it. Moomin came to save the day, pick up his hero. Todd Emperor pretty much is almost declaring that he's gonna leave the association, which is it's gonna be crazy. We'll see how that turns out. There's a future here. I just don't see what it is. This was a side chapter, like Matt said. But that being said, though, like the video, guys, subscribe. These guys put out content for the chapter, just like I did. Check it out. Subscribe there, so that you can have a circle of content to watch continuously. See you boys in the next one. Yo ho ho! Oh shit.